Hello and welcome. My name is Trismegistus, and this is Dyson Sphere Program. Let me just switch the screen over. Why you're not working? Silly thing. There we go. Yes, we're playing some Dyson Sphere Program again. I have been did it again. I have been busy in the game. Busy in the game. I've been busy playing the game. And this is an example, I think, of something that I did in between last stream, which is that we now have, is it optical crystal gratings that you need for these, or whichever it is? Where are they? Yeah, optical, the pointy purple things are now coming into the planet. So I've been making advanced mining machines and using them. The planet has had a general sort of improvement. I put in a load of, this is how I normally do the Raymond receivers. We don't actually have enough solar sails to support this number of receivers. I just put them in anyway, and eventually we may do on this planet. What I'm generally sort of intending this planet to be is the whole make everything. So it will have the capability to support this, which means some of the stuff we're bringing in, hopefully it's not, performance isn't tanking, because I'll show you the Dyson Swarm in a moment. But yeah, so we've got, some base ingredients. Oh, these are the return ones. But as you can see, I've not set up all of the stuff, but we've got obviously fire ice. Where is the purple? Got to be here somewhere. There they are. So the optical crystal grating. So that's them coming in, for example, and fire ice and motors and stone bricks and that sort of thing. And then the intention of this planet, is to send things out. So the splitters and planetary logistics system and all of this stuff is available for me to pull in when I'm building other planets, including lots of hydrogen and deuterium and that. The only, well, it's probably not the only, but one of the key ones we're not making is the plain smelter. We have done a whole load of upgrades. I left them running. This will probably give you an idea of how much I've played, which is a fair amount. It's been a lot of tidying up and upgrading of our existing planets. But basically we have all of the upgrades up to the point of white science, which we have not yet researched. So we couldn't do these even if we want to. But I also want to do them on the new planet. I think this is the last one. And then it goes white from there. Yeah, so that is literally the last upgrade we can do. So we will then queue up. Can I do some of them? It might be worth having them. But I was going to queue up these. I think I'd already started it, actually. No, it doesn't look like it. But the artificial star. And then, I say, we could queue some of those up. Do they all require... Huh. I thought they needed white science to do them. Although I guess it would make sense for it not to be white science, because you're meant to be using the Dyson Sphere to do the power, or the, whatever he calls them, quantum, what does he call them? The black antimatter photon things, which are required for the universe matrices. So we'll keep up everything there, so I can chug away on that. And what else have we done? So, let's say on this planet, I've done a bit of tidying up. So you see some big spaces where, excuse me, there used to be builds. And eventually, obviously, we'll take out, the science builds. We've got this one here. We'll just leave it chugging, as I say. But the idea of this stream today... Oh, there we go. There's the Dyson Swarm. Or the one Dyson Swarm we got. I mean, I think... Did I add 4 more, I think, maybe? Might have been 2 more launchers. Oh, they're over there. You can see them firing. There you go. Yeah, it looks like it was just 2 more. So, I mean, this is one of the things. You can put... eventually you need loads to fill up a Dyson Sphere, but to get just a decent sort of swarm, you only need a few, and it doesn't really matter where you put them on the planet. So we have currently got 4,706, well, 60. As you see, I've put in way more ray receivers than it can support. Eventually, there probably will be a Dyson Sphere here, but it's not. Well, it depends on how performant the game stays. Looking at the power point of view, as you can see, we've got about 2/3 of satisfaction, so it doesn't matter that we've only got that capacity. What else? Part of that, as I say, is because I've been taking things out. But yes, eventually I would take this out. So there will be builds here, with like what these need, the more advanced ingredients. So, well, yeah, so like those, then we'll keep a local frame, materials, and that sort of stuff. But what we will probably do is I'll pop over, because the big thing I've been doing is this lava planet here, which I just want to show you that it's finished essentially, but I need to turn off. It has local battery production, but yes, the idea then is to fly over to this system and start setting up new science and start building, rockets and all that sort of stuff. I might. Would it be worth doing that? And obviously it's awesome in the sky, but it may well tank performance. The Dyson Swan is quite performance intensive. I might set up, you see, because we need to produce the rockets really locally to where that other system. But it might be worth having the launchers built here. And I think I've now got all of those ingredients knocking about. So I think we established I'd messed up this last time, didn't I? So I don't know if... Do any of them overlap with this? I don't think they do they? No. If that was a bit further up, that would have been a bit more sensible, wouldn't it? So perhaps... I think I might swap these over. So if I turn that round, put that there, and then put that on top, and then we kill that off, but put the contents in there, and give it some drones, provide, yeah. Okay, and then I can build the other one here, which would be... Where does that need to line up? There, maybe? Or is that too... I think that's too far up, isn't it? I've also been messing about with these. I hadn't realised these are... Well, they're not infinite, I don't think. But you see, I've got 7,000 here. Foundation. I assume it probably goes up to 99999. But it means it's like an expanded inventory rather than the logistics system. I do think it needs more columns, but yeah, it's I hadn't realised it was. I assumed it was like capped in some way, but it's just like an infinite storage pool. What was I going to do? I was going to build the rocket silos, wasn't I? And they need these. Yeah, because it would be nice to have, like Factorio style, basically all of the requests sort of together. Actually, if we put that there. Oops, it was an eye. Copy that across. Those on. Put these in. Oh, I should have done that. Inserters, shouldn't I? So like 1, 2, 3. No. Go. And what does it need? It needs some lenses. Request them in. And it needs some, whatever it calls them, quantum chips, is it? Request them in. And it needs some frame materials. Request them in. And last but not least, it needs some titanium alloy. I'm not sure why my nose keeps going on this exact time slot. Yeah, so are you working yet? No, you're not. I know that, I mean, they are hugely expensive from it. Yeah, 80 alloys and 30 frame materials, 20 lenses and all that. So it's useful to get them going at the very least. Cool. Yeah, so it's made one. Oh, we need to do it on a provide, don't we? Is this set on a provide? Oh, it's not even got the drones in. That's not good. Let's do that first. Provide to other distributors. Yeah. And then take a guess. Cool. Are you going into a... Yes. Or you will be. If this is requesting. It's this. Is that coming in? Oops. I just undid that. Yep, there we go. 2 of them. Excellent. So yes, so the only one we're not really making is this. Which is fine because, you know, we're not making solar panels here because I wouldn't request them across to another planet anyway. So we could probably just... In fact, maybe if I put... Just as like a visual reminder of like those boys as well. Oh! Right, so let's make sure we've got all... we see it's just an infinite pool of stuff, which I'm sure everybody else knows, but I didn't realise, basically. Okay. Am I happy with what I've got? I think so. Yeah. So we will head over to the lava planet. It's in completely opposite direction, unfortunately. So, where's it gone? Well, it's not opposite, but it's like going out that way to come back again. So yeah, but we'll pop over there. We're quite upgraded, so it shouldn't be both either too long. And we should be able to blast across. I'm going to have to blow my nose, sorry. I promise I'm not snorting again. Do excuse me. Right. So it just seems to be, I think it might be because of, like, I don't think I have hay fever, but sometimes I do seem to get a snotty nose after coming back from a walk. See, so we're quite quick now, so I've actually shot past the sun, bright blue sun. Now, which is the actual planet that has the lava on? Is it that one? Sulfuric acid. No, it's not that one. Is that one? Yes, that one. Okay, let's go to that one. Where's that? There we go. How far away? That's quite a distance, so we'll pop on that again. Bang. Right, so this is the lava planet. It's only got one polar cap on it. I should go and find that so I can charge up. Oh, it's all the way up there. Okay. Yes, so obviously it's got just like a million of these things in it. It's why I don't do it on... I did the first time I did it. I did it on stream. And it's incredibly tedious to put them in because you can... put them in there. Put them in there. You can drag them and it will sort of equidistance position them. But as you can see, the lava lakes are generally... Why are they not active? Huh. That's a bit weird. Those specific ones don't seem to be doing anything. It says 0 megawatts. You see that says 2.1 megawatts. So you see, it gives you can get this over, like 124 is I think. There you go. So it's like one of the maximums, and you get that by having more open lava around it, and there is a minimum separation distance. But really, it's just a case of spamming in as many as you can, because like the bonus you get by sort of having this in maximum positions, because the lava is usually quite small, means that you can't get others in. So even though that's 124, the fact that you can get multiple around it is more important. I could probably tweak that so that it got a bigger yield, but it would mean I couldn't then put as many as close. So it's just like becomes a case of hovering the cursor over to find the next position. And say you can drag them, but literally this would be the only like area that it would work on, because this is at an angle. Yeah, a bit puzzled why that's not doing anything. Let's charge up first. Go and see if there's something wrong over there. Why are you lot not working? Should connect it to the main. Oh no, network 5. That suggests this isn't the same network. Because these are active as well. Unless they turn off when they're not, needed. I didn't know they were that smart. I mean, that is connected, isn't it? Network number 5. Anyway, this is where they're charging. As you can see, it's not really using all the chargers, which is a problem because, well, not a problem, but basically it's because there aren't that many planets. Oh, I could turn it off actually because we've got a lot of spare. But basically there should be a lot of planets using these and providing the empty ones back, basically, and then obviously more of them would use up this power. But I tried to match them up. It's not quite exact, but the amount of generation capacity on this system, because these are weird. They like charge at lower rate if there are more of them running. It's sort of self-balancing. But also I'm not quite sure why some of them aren't doing anything. You see, these aren't like working either. So do this say it's in what network does this say it's in? Doesn't. So that's network 5. That's network 5 as well. Unless it's a bug. And it's just not showing the animation, or it's too low maybe? I don't know. Network 5. Network 5. Don't know. I don't know why that's not showing the animation. I mean, it seems to be working. Because, it's giving us the numbers. And you think if it was because it's below, 70% or something, well, that one's lower and that one's working. Strange. Okay, I don't know what's going on there, but doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay, so that's the lava planet. There are other planets here, and like there's a sulfuric acid planet here, and there is another gas giant, but it's just boring hydrogen and whatchamacallit, fire ice rather than being deuterium. So this is where I'm thinking of building the Dyson Sphere and setting up science. So we all head over there. It is a fair distance, but we should be okay. I watched Eurovision last night. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it's entertaining to watch, sort of thing. Most of the music isn't usually my cup of tea, but Oh. We usually do terribly in the UK because everyone in Europe hates us, which is fair enough. But I didn't think the song was that bad. You know, it sort of seemed fairly similar to a lot of the others. Got a lot of points. I didn't get the winner, Sweden. It just felt like a nothing song. It didn't seem particularly interesting to me at all. I was just like, why is everyone giving this lots of points? So we have 3 planets in this system: a rocky salt lake, planet Prairie, and a scarlet ice lake with reverse rotation as well. Interesting. Horizontal rotation. This is quite an interesting system, isn't it? So how about we check each planet out and see where we might want to do what. But yeah, one of the things I was surprised by is there were several rock type songs, and they usually do quite well because despite it being heavily associated with LGBTQ communities and that sort of thing, and therefore you would often expect more poppy, dancey type things to be the most popular. Actually, quite a lot of people who like rock music watch it. You had like Italy won it a few years ago with a very rocky, type song, and there were several of them, and they all did terribly. They all just tanked. Where is the pole? Or am I going complete? Am I just going? I'm circling the equator. But yeah, they all tanked basically. I mean, Germany's, which was probably a bit too rocky, finished last, which was a real surprise. What we can do then? How much stuff is there on this planet? There's only 1 million iron on here and 7 million copper. So, and it's very, very flat, is one of the things. So, I'm not going to need to fill in any, big canyons or work around, water or anything like that. So, I'm wondering if maybe this is the actual dewy science, and launching Dyson Sphere's planet, and I can basically flatten all of the veins. Because say it's only one. I mean, it may not matter because there's 1 million iron, and that's got that. I mean, that is their entire iron reserve on this planet. We've got a bunch of copper. There's loads of silicon, but yeah, a tiny amount of coal. So, is this planet usable in any sense? I don't think it is, other than as a base to do the actual science. And then we use the other 2. How much have you got? You see, that's got loads of iron and copper. And what about you? Yeah, pretty decent reserves of stuff. Oh, including spiniforms, so we could set those up. Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe this is the actual... this does the actual... rockets and... sails... science. I think, is that too long? Oops. So it's like the final, almost like the final assembly planet. And then this is obviously some of the sciences, because there's some that require organic stuff. So if we fly over the... what I could do actually is I could set up poles, couldn't I? Are we at the North Pole or the South Pole? Yeah, at the South Pole. Yeah, so if we... Where would we want to put it? So if we put it... trying to work out the... Where are the oh, they're there. Okay. Put that there. What are you moaning about? Oh, I've obviously not got enough panels with me. But beauty of this system is we can order them in. So just build what it can. Yeah, so I sort of I didn't really get what the appeal of the Sweden song was. It was just sort of a generic pop song. One of the things I would say is the production was quite bad. Not in terms of the stage show. I think the stage show is really, really good, but the sound was awful. Just it was really difficult to hear. All of the singers. If we're at the South Pole, and that needs to be dark blue, and it needs to be no, that one. No, that one. Up. Yeah, they seem to, and it was actually noticeable because when they had the commentary, like between the songs, you know, the presenters and all that sort of stuff, the sound was fine, and then there was literally, you could almost hear a switch being flipped to go into like a different sound mode, and suddenly the like music was just overpowering compared to the audio, compared to the vocals. And I wondered if, because I don't know if there was an actual like live, you know, orchestra and stuff like that there, so maybe it was all pre-recorded and just whoever'd set it had gone a bit mad with the settings. Right, so what we need to order in then? Well, we don't need them. What we need are more solar panels, which should be there. If we are like 100 short both ends, I would need 300. Because I think it's 100, 200. So I think it's 200 per planet, and we've got 3 planets, so we need 600 or so. Let's bring them in. Then I don't think I've got very many of these guys, have I? No. And there's like, so if we bring, say, well, I can only set it on 100. That, because they'll bring them in from the other end. I don't need to put the, oh, these have already been delivered. Okay. Huh. But yeah, I'll put these in. Yeah, but you see the warpers are coming in, or have come in already. Oh. Why, oh no, they come. Oh, there we go. Yes, they have come in. Obviously, one load has been delivered. So we would need more of them, and we're going to need, oh well, we already got landfill. So let's actually test it. How many? So it looks like 10,000 is the max. I mean, that's a lot of storage. And those have come in, so why are you not? Oh, it doesn't. You have to. I have to manually like seed it because. Are you a discharge or a discharge? Because it doesn't have the power for the inserters to pull the whatchamacallits in. Alright, it's working then. Cool. So you have to manually seed it. Right. Let's go and... But yes, I say, because there's plenty of other resource in this system, this isn't a... I always find it difficult to know like where the Dyson spheres are in relation to the planets. you know, what sort of range they are, but we can hopefully arrange it so that there's a Dyson Sphere inside this planetary, you know, orbit. And then, you know, it's nice and close, and we can see it great, you know, big in the sky sort of thing. That'd be quite cool. Right, so North Pole, and we need to line the solar wind turbines up like so. Get the boop boop. We want to hide the vanes. We also want to have a big chunk of stuff. Am I out of... I think I'm out of wind turbines as well. So I'll order some of them in. It makes the noise, the like whether it's already laid them or not. So it can be a little difficult to tell if he's missed anything, especially at night. See, there's a tiny bit been missed there. I see any other? Okay. So it looks like it doesn't take them out of your inventory, out of this magical space, because we've got them. Yeah, they won't use them until you take them out of there. Okay. That is interesting. Right, so we also need then turbines, which is the one. No, that one. So we need some wind turbines. I mean, it's a couple of hundred per planet again, so we would want, say, 600 or so. If we can get that to fit. Pull them in. So it's brought those, so we'll put that on storage. I'll just grab it all. 8. So if we grab, say, 50 of those. Cool. Has it brought any more? Landfill, that is the question. Yes, it has. This is what I think I was saying on a previous stream, that I don't actually have particularly large landfill production, but it will bring what it can. We need to pop some of those in so that you can send space warpers over here as well. And let's... Oh, I've run out of turbines, haven't I? Okay. Never mind then. But yes, I think this big red barren rock is our site for doing science and Dyson spheres. See if they can't fill the rest of these panels in. You see, hopefully these are coming from the magma planet now, you see, the batteries. That's like the intent of it, is to give it a kickstart, basically. Charge these up, so it's a more workable thing. Ah, they are here, so we'll put that on storage. We better put that on storage as well. In fact, I imagine it's probably sent me a load. How many do I want? Let's just see if I can take... Yeah, it's probably too many. Let's halve that. Because we're going to set the other planets up as well. I'm not... Although... I'm talking about the grand plan of, you know, building the sites. I'm not actually fussed if we don't make a lot of progress today. Right, let us hide the vanes. We want that. Don't need it to be that. Cool. Oh, what's it missing? Oh, it's those turbines, isn't it? Started more proactively looking for a new job. I shouldn't really talk about work thing. I don't know. I mean, I'm not under some NDA or something, but it's just that thing of it's not courteous really to sort of say what's going on. But they had a conference, a company conference, which I don't know. Everyone seemed to be. So I've only ever worked like properly as an employee worked for small companies. I've worked at small companies that were contracted, did contracting for big companies. So, they were subcontractor to a big company. But when you're a subcontractor, you're often not involved in all of the, like things like that, like company meetings and things like that. You're not part of the company, so you don't get, you don't even get invited to them, which is fine. I've never had a particular desire to do a lot of that stuff, which is why I've tended to avoid big companies. But yeah, everyone else sort of, took it in their stride in a sense. It was just normal. That's what happened, as it were. But to me, it was bizarre because it was like everyone in the company across 2 days went to this hotel and listened to the company CEO and a load of other people, the executive team and stuff. Like give State of the Union type address, and I don't know. It was all a bit sort of. I don't think I learned anything new. I'd heard it all before. There were no new pieces of information, and I am going to need a lot more. Them, I think. Oh, it's at the other end, isn't it? Yeah, I might get them to bring more. Because we're going to have to... We don't have to. I like to... Actually, there's one missing there, isn't there? That's better. Yeah, so everyone sort of took it in their stride and oh yeah, this is perfectly normal, that's what a company does. But the company I work for is paid for out of everybody's electricity bill. So having the entire company, which is now 1,000 people, turn up at a hotel and essentially lose 2 days of work to hear stuff you've already heard seemed fairly wasteful to me. So where would 45 degrees be? It's about there, isn't it? So I could probably get one more in. And then... Is this the actual 45 degree line? Because the way it does the divisions, it doesn't necessarily quite line up with like the actual degrees. I think you get more in. And obviously these aren't like exactly 10 degrees apart or anything. But we can see if... Is that about in the middle? Yeah, that looks like it's in the middle. Yeah, I say everyone was just like, oh yeah, it's this company conference. And I'm like, why are we all traipsing across the country for no particular reason? Spending a load of money that, doesn't need to be spent, essentially. But then you have to temper that with my general curmudgeonliness and the fact I'm both, well, I'm starting to wonder if I'm not autistic. Because so I was trying to learn a bit about it, and yeah, I'm certainly a massive introvert. I hate big crowds and big groups and that sort of thing. So having, I say it was done across 2 days, so there are about 500 people each day. But 500 people for me is a hell of a lot of people. Get sensory overload, you know. Right, so that's this planet set up. How many of these have we got left? So we probably need to order some in, but we can do that on the next planet. We can also check out that planet and see what it looks like and whether this is going to work. Cool. Okay. Let's just charge ourselves up with everything. No. Right. Now, which is nearest? You're nearest. Okay. Come on. There we go. How far is that? Because I think we can now get up to about 2,000, is it? Yeah, there we go. 2,000 meters per second. Oh, this is the one that's like offensively green. Where it's like, oh my god, my eyes are melting. Wait, have I come the wrong way? Yeah, that's the North Pole. We want the South Pole first. All these lovely trees. I have to try and avoid killing them off. Whoops, gone too far. Right, so we're going to have to landfill this first, aren't we? South Pole 2. Yeah, we need to landfill a fair old distance. Okay. Let's see what we can get away with. Is that far enough? Okay, now, is that enough landfill? No. We need one more section. Okay. Right to there. And try and line the wind turbines up. I'm basically lining the wind turbines up with the, you know, major axes. Basically, they're sort of big white lines. See, there's like I can't really point at it, but there's like 3 turbines that go in towards the middle. It doesn't really matter how they're lined up. What are you missing? Belts. Oh, right, we run out of belts, have we? Okay. Am I out of... Oh, I'm out of... No, I'm not, because there's 10 in there, isn't there? That's the trick. Okay, so which is the... There it is. Okay, let's give you some bots. That. And then, it's this one? No, this one. So I want to pull them in? Nope. What did I do there? There we go. We want to pull in... So I want to be demand. See, it brings you 220. It's like, why are you doing that? Why you do that? And then belts. We're gonna need a lot of belts. Ah, looks like the solar and the wind is enough to get this one rolling. I think it's just stuck there, aren't they? I wonder if I could just make 22 just to finish it off. Oh, I can make 122. Let's make a couple of stacks then, because that's okay. You get 3 per craft, I think. Yeah, 3 per craft. Okay. So at least we've got everything flying around. Super duper. Okay. Right, that is right, isn't it? Yeah. There. Tidier than I normally do. Said this before. Imagine this giant mech turning up and just landfilling, you know, the English Channel and stuff like that, or across the Panama Canal or something like that. And so, it's bonkers the scale of it when you sort of think about this game. Oops. Okay. Oops. Just there. Yeah, fits either side. And then we'll stop it a bit short because I'm not sure it is. Probably gonna have to kill that off. Certainly gonna have to landfill that in. I believe. I mean, this planet wasn't a particularly, you know, not massively fussed about hiding just the one vein. But let's see. Do I? I do. Okay. Let's get it built if we can, and then we will landfill this bit here. Find that quite satisfying, the middle bit, when you're sort of rotating it around. Am I at a landfill yet? Not yet. All good? All good. Right. Now, I'm going to have to probably take these out, actually, because get some weirdness with it, bringing stuff, not bringing stuff if I try and overlap it. Okay, let's see what it does. It should moan about. Ah, there's not enough. I'm gonna have to do a bit more on the outside. Okay. Because it's not enough foundation support. Oh, what's wrong with this one? Why haven't you built that one? Why is it not building that one? Maybe it's because there's belt in the way? I am curious. Oh yeah, I guess if the belt's there as well. That's weird. Let's just chop that back then. You and be weird. Okay. Oh, we've run out of them anyway, so. Where are they? If they've got... No, wrong one. There we go. Put that on storage. Put them in there. And then I can put the excess. Oh, does that only stack to 100? Oh, interesting. But yeah, I think I'll clear that one out. If I clear that, is it going to fit? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know if the recipes have... reapplied. I think hopefully it's just that one that's... Oh no, is that another one? Yeah, you see we've got two calling in warpers. Because it's... I don't quite understand how it does the recipes thing. It sometimes applies them and sometimes doesn't. It's a bit strange. I'm sure there's some logic to it somewhere, but I can't figure out what it is. So, if we put that on there... Cool. Now, some of these aren't connected because it's not put the belt in. There we go, that's missing. To there. Now we want the... warpers coming out of there. What about this one now? It's not done either. One's obviously got the thing, but no belt. I've ended up with a complete circle, haven't I? Yeah, I don't want a complete circle. Which is the one that's actually calling them in again? That one. And the output is on... Oh, it's on both sides. Yeah, get rid of that belt. Put them in there. I don't like them travelling round and round and round. They're not getting all the way, which suggests... Yeah, there you go. That one's missing as well. So they are passing through. No, that one's missing as well. It's had a bit of a time of it here, hasn't it? And this one, that one's missing as well. It's not put any of them on. I guess that was me deleting it, but... What about you? You're okay? Yeah. And that's the last one. Okay. Okay, need a little bit of landfill there. Come here. Again, not fussed about maintaining these patches, so let's see if that's enough. Yep. And then I don't think that overlaps. Oh, it does the water. Okay. Okay. Here. What's that? Oh, that's spiniform stalagmite. Okay. Is that the only one? No, we have got another one. But if we try and keep as much of this as we can. You can always raise it back up again, so... Yeah, it's cool. Your spiniform stalactites. Oh, organic crystals as well. Mm. That's not the only one, is it? That is the only one. That's annoying. Where would be the exact place? It would be exactly here. So it would be this one. Okay, I think that preserves as much as we can. Because I don't think you can mine them once they're hidden. Guess we can test it out at some point. Oops. To there. Last one, I think. No, not quite enough. Yeah, but this bright green planet's all very well, but I don't know, this water. A bit annoying. Yep. Okay, is that all the major lines then? It is. Now, do I still have... No? Because you can't go... You don't have like a history, do you? Maybe I should just make it a proper blueprint. Because I do it every planet anyway. I'm the bit along the equator, basically. Wondering about... You don't have a sort of a blueprint history in this, I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong with that, but... 7. So where's 45? It's about here, isn't it? Okay, let's go to the other end. Oh. Cool. Yes, so why don't we blueprint that? there. If I call it equator. Oh, that's not... I think that creates a folder, doesn't it, called... Just do it twice. How about we use one of them? Okay. Oh, we've done the black things. Oh, I need to do that. So there'll be gaps where... Oh, crikey. You have to do a lot of land filling. Yeah, quite a lot of land filling. Oh, yeah, loads. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Right. So, need a bit here. I guess we need to find some of this as well. I'm getting less tidy given how big this area to cover is. Hopefully that's wide enough. Maybe one more there. Okay. Fly around, do this, see if we can't. Get all of it done in one pass. Oops. Okay. Here as well. Crikey. Right, yes, see if we can't apply them again. So, and yeah, looks like it's filled in the gaps there. And there, that's good. Yep. And then this is the bit we're on, which is already done. Cool. Okay. Right, let's just fly around and fill those in. How are we doing? Nearly there. Last couple. Awesome. Right, let's top up all the power and stuff again. Right, so let's have a proper look at this planet. It's got 6 million iron and 2 million copper. What I'm thinking is, especially with having all this water and kind of wanting to keep this relatively as is rather than just concrete it all, it also gives the option, I guess, of sending water around the system if we keep plenty of water. It's basically just tapping the resources here, and then the actual build of stuff will probably be on the other planet. Because I'm thinking we sort of set a level, so excuse me. So these need, you know, the magnets and circuits. So we might as well make magnets and circuits elsewhere. That needs carbon. That might be a little. Oh no, we got 14 million carbons here, but. You know, the question then is, do I build a carbon thing here because we've got both oil and coal, or do I build that somewhere else? Hydrogen, there is no gas giant in this system. We'll get potentially hydrogen out of oil processing, but we'll probably have to bring it in from another system, which is where maybe that second gas giant in the lava system might be quite useful. But yeah, I'm thinking about not doing too much processing on this planet. You do need the organic crystals, so maybe we could make them here. But we do have an organic crystal, production thing, so could maybe use that. But I'm thinking maybe that just like the actual cube production is on the other planet. And we can dedicate most of it to the panels and stuff. But all the sort of intermediate products, so the things that these need, we make on this other barren rock. But let's go and have a look at that barren rock and see if we can't see if that's practical. Because if that's particularly lumpy, you see, it's brought virtually no. Because that's another thing I should probably do, is set up another. I'll set up like, big scale production of thing, because that's not actually going to give us our 2 solar caps. But yeah, we can see. Right, so let's go and have a look at that final planet. So I'm thinking materials only? Question mark. So, we get the oil, we get the organic crystals, we get the iron, the coal, and all that sort of stuff. Coal especially, mined up. But then it's this planet that we use to do the building of the intermediate products, and like all of them. And then it's just the actual like cube production, the cell production, the rocket production that happens on. Oh, I don't know why I pressed that button. Happens on whatever we've called that other planet. Okay. Frozen lakes. Now, can we just build on frozen lakes? Wow, this looks cool. I think I said this one. And we did actually, Oh, we can. Okay. What does it look like if you build on one? Does it reflect? We get a shadow. Doesn't look like you get a proper reflection. I don't know why I built that. That's enormous. No, so although I've got the settings off, haven't I? But it doesn't look like it does screen space reflection. Oh, right. That effectively means these lakes aren't lakes. It's just flat ground, which is cool. We have got quite a lot of resource patches, so we might have to do a bit of sort of weaving around production. It looks like the caps might be empty. Okay, let's see if we can put this on, if it fits. without us having to do landfill, because I think we've basically run out. I guess I could go and check the first planet and see if that's sucked up a load of landfill. Yeah, let's at least put the central bit in. There you go. So I've got 3,000 left. Let's just leave the rest of that so I can do a bit of the North Pole as well. You can't say you've run out of those, game, because bots, because we've got 1 million of them. So let's put them in. And some of them. Coming in. Which is the one with the... It's part of the blueprint, you see, and I didn't realise it was in there when I was making the blueprint. That is very pretty, that sort of depth thing that it's doing. I like that. Oh. I like it. I like it a lot. Well, I suppose we've got fire ice here, so that'll give us hydrogen. Hydrogen. Right. North Pole. Line the wind turbines up. What we're missing now? More solar panels. Wow. Okay. More solar panels. Yeah, let's put this cap on. That's us done. 11 bits left. Yeah, so it needs more solar panels. Okay. Don't think we've got enough turbines either, but let's see what we can do. Oops. So pretty, I can't help looking at it. Pay proper attention to where I'm building things. Okay. Alright, so if we put that one there, then connect them up. Because I think we probably do want the resources on this planet, in preference to 1 or 2 solar panels. Wind turbines. Same thing here. Pop that one in. Put you there. Seeing the other day, I mean, so there's a game. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. So City Skylines 2 is coming out later this year, I believe. But they're still releasing DLC for Skyline 1. I don't know if that's because they got like further ahead with Skyline 2. You know, so they were like able to say, right, well, actually we can release this year. But it's a bit of an odd thing because I kind of bought every single DLC for City Skyline and only really played a few of them. Because some of them have been quite minor. But some of them have been quite, you know, entirely new maps, and I've tended not to like to play on the new maps. So there was one quite early on that was on snow. You know, like winter, you know, snow maps. And I didn't really play on any because I couldn't really be bothered to start like a full-on new game. Whereas ones that were more like you know, cosmetic things, where new bits for your city and stuff like that, I've done them. But oh, Mr. Turbine then. Okay, and now it's on to the frame thingies. We've missed one out here. I've only got 39, so no, did that wrong. Didn't I? No. Oh, there we go. Later. Yeah, I've only got. Huh? Where's the equator? Is it that one? Maybe it only shows you the yellow ones if you're close to them. Equator. Yeah, there we go. It's nicely misses that one. Yeah, we've run out of. Oh, looks like there's. I think that's fire eyes. Oh, rock. Yeah, fire eyes. So, how many is it telling we're missing? We are missing 163 of them and 96 of them. So if and when we go back to Science Planet, we can sort them out. Do I need to bother with this fire ice? Because it's only 690. Where's fire ice? 1.3. Yeah, I should really keep that, shouldn't I? Okay. This is a really useful feature. I'm not sure it was when it was introduced, but I quite like that it tells you what you're missing and where you're missing them. So that, you know, you can order up what you need, basically, or make what you need. Okay. So, I think if we head back to the other planet, because yeah, I quite like. I think this one is the Intermediates planet. Oh, caps lock on. Intermediates. And this is where we build everything. We build the things to make the things. That's that planet, I think. But I can do that independently. I don't need. I mean, we could have a stream or two doing it, depending on how far I get. But I don't need to do that as such. We can work on actually the sciences, and it would be useful actually, I think, to have the science builds done and rocket builds and stuff in order to work out which intermediates I'm talking about. You know, what am I going to make locally and what intermediate and what on the other planets. Cool. Right, so let's head to the... which one? North Pole? South Pole? Stand in the charge zone. Put our orders in. And also... no, wrong one. Oh, it's got them. Okay, so that's alright. So we've got enough... I might just grab them actually. So we would need... well, let's just grab 100 of them. 2 stacks. 100 of them. 2 stacks. And then that's ready for whenever I go back. We can take all of these. Not all of them actually. Yeah, all of them. And put these in here. So that it's ready to... let's put it on 100 in case I actually do something... accidentally do something silly. I think I might actually put them in there as well. So it can take them away. Back, you know, cycle them back into the system. So the question is, do I have what I need? Because we're going to use an extraordinary amount of belt. So we might as well put the belt order in now. Yeah, let's put it on 3,000 again. And we're almost certainly going to use well, we need more of these because I've underestimated those. I don't really need those to be in that, do I? But yeah, I've underestimated the drone thing, so we need lots of drones. Which is fine, because we'll have millions of them. But let's pour them in. And the other drone as well. Oh, we want like... let's put it on 1,000. Okay. What we could also order in is things like the launchers and the rockets, and we could start the builds there. Because they need to be equatorial, really. Well, the rockets don't matter, but... where... oh, they're obviously in buildings. Why am I looking in there? So, rail ejectors, we'll order them in. And hopefully it's made us some rocket launchers. So we will order some of them in. Boom. It pops it up to 1,000. It should correct itself, because there won't be 1,000 available. It's just that that's what a rocket, a logistic vessel holds. Okay, and we might as well just pop on here some sorters as well, because we're bound to need more sorters. Okay. Have belts, a bunch of belts have arrived, so let's grab them. Okay. Oh, I was going to check the landfill situation as well, wasn't I? Oh, there you go. Billion tons of landfill. Okay. So let's have that available as well. We'll probably end up completely landfilling this planet, and I'll make it all pretty with segments of, well, pretty, of, you know, this is where red science is, so let's build the red science there, sort of thing. Now, how do I want to do this? Because I kind of fancy doing, like, launchers on one side and rockets on the other of the equator. Not sure if that's sensible or not. So if we put that there, it's in the middle, isn't it? And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So it needs to be 1, 2, 3. So that'll be it there. And then it's going to be ordering in, obviously it doesn't have them at the moment, solar sails. And that's it, I think. Obviously they'll be coming from, should we put it 1,000 or something? From an actual production of solar sails, which we need to build. But if the solar sails were there, do I just have them coming out on a couple of lines? I've not got the rockets, have I? Ejectors. Have you brought them? We got them. No? There. Yes. Cool. I got everything. They're quick now because they get the speed boost and stuff. Boopity boopity boop. Let's grab some of them and some of them. And we want these ones. And I guess we should have them as well. Awesome sauce. Right. Yeah, because I think these ones are feed in, aren't they? You have to put a belt into them? No. Okay, they're a grab from a belt one then, aren't they? Where is the... There. Okay, so these are a grab from a belt. But how close can I actually put them together? Fair way apart. And if I was to put you there, so that looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you need a good distance between. I think I established that it's like a circular exclusion zone with these. So if that was that closest there, if you offset it slightly, yeah, you see you can put them closer. Okay, let's get rid of this belt and see how close I can actually put them. So it looks like you can put them that close. Where would this one go then? If you do it on the diagonal. Oh, but it... Why is that? Oh, it's because I've not actually done a diagonal. Diagonal would be there. Okay, so if we offset them, is that denser or not? I've not put that in the right place. Oh, I have. Why won't it let me build one there then? Is that because that's too close? No. Huh. So if I put you there, could I put you... Okay. Yeah, because it's like this weird circular exclusion zone around them. It's not quite as simple. So effectively I'm asking what the packing density is, which is a very weird question to be asking in a game. Okay. We've also got to remember rule of cool. That needs to apply. So am I doing sort of 3 and then 2, maybe? So if we do that... Oops. I copied it. Oh, I don't want the belt. So we do that. This seems like an insane number of launchers. Especially if I'm going right the planet. How many are we... Oops. I guess that's too close, is it? Yeah. Wow. Okay. I did just start that arbitrarily as well, didn't I? I didn't actually... But I've got... I had 50, didn't I, in my inventory? I think. And it's saying 30 more, so that's 80. They are quite slow firing, though. Detection speed 20 a minute. So it's one every 3 seconds, isn't it? So 3 machines is only 1 a second, because solar cells are really easy to make. And you need millions of them. That's last time I built a sphere that I completely underestimated that. Yeah, you see there's just a bit of graphene and these look complicated, but you know, it's a prism and a circuit. It's not a complicated recipe. They're relatively slow, considering, you know, at 1 every 2 seconds essentially. So if we were making 80, 160, 320, so we had 320 launchers, it would be a third of that, you know, for a per second. No. Yeah, third of that. So it would be 100 a second? That can't be right. So they do 20 a minute. Obviously they're not firing continuously, you know, because they can't fire through the planet. 20 a minute. So any one time, say, half the planet is facing it. So if I've got 8, so it's 160 machines lobbing out 20 a minute each. So it's 160, 320, 3,200 a minute. Divide that by 60, 6, 12. Well, that's 6 sixes, isn't it? So 60 a second, I think, if we went this route. 60 a second, and they take 2 seconds each. So you would need 120 machines. I think that's probably getting a bit too big for what I want to do with this playthrough. So if we go instead that pattern, yeah, I think that's the pattern to go for. The question then is on this side, do I want to go all the way up? Let's see if we can. In fact, let's... Actually, let's not use that. I'm going to delete me. What should we call it? So this was them. Then that would be 5, 6. Oh, they're difficult to count, aren't they? Where is the... So that's at 2 in, isn't it? And then the first of these is... Well, it's not at 4 in, because I've misaligned the whole thing. That's annoying. Let's blueprint it. I do a use now. And then even if I save it... Should do that? Yeah, okay. So if that's... So the first one then is in the middle... Oh. Is it too close? It's too close, isn't it? Nuts. Okay. Okay, you don't like that. I don't know. Very fussy. So it won't let me put it there. Let's have the first middle one aligned with whatever line that is. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's on the 6th line in. Okay. Now. So I'm actually thinking maybe it wants to be in the centre of this. But let's see. So if this was 2 in, wasn't it? Is it? Which line is it on? Whoops. So it's above the second thing here. It was 2 in, so it's there. Whoops. And that must mean, is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 6? Okay. Now, do those match up? Probably not. Can I drag blueprints? Is that working? Yes and no. More no than yes. Okay, so they are matched up at least. No? No? What are you moaning about there? Oh no, they're not matched up. Why not? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So is the 6th one for the centre? 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so the 6th one is. Oh, it's this. That isn't correct. Oh. Let's get out of that. Yeah, that one's wrong place, isn't it? Just wondering if I'd misaligned it generally. No, what are you moaning about here? No, it's yeah, okay. Need to get rid of this one. So we got 1 set, 2 set, 3 sets, 4 sets, 5 sets. Oh, 1 set, 2 set, 3 sets, 4 sets, 5 sets. 6 and 6, 7 and 7. So no, they don't match up if I do that. Okay, so that would need to be the centre, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? So if I was able to put that in there. No. Because, so let's skip out of that. So this should be, I don't know. So yeah, so this is 45 degrees because we got the one there. So I'm actually wondering, maybe I actually, oh, too close to EM rail ejectors. No, I don't put that in there. That's a bit annoying. Yep. I'm being finicky. This isn't meant to be my aesthetic series, but there you go. Right, so if that is the centre point, and then we put like one either side, like that. I'm saying, in theory, I want a thing here. Oops, one of these in there. Okay. Why did I do that? So we already know that that's too close, so it needs to be, well, yeah, that's too close. So is that okay? Yeah, that's okay. So there, 1, 2. Okay. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Then that's 23. Would you be able to do one there? No, that's too close to everything else. So it's not ideal, but it's about 23 or 24, isn't it? Which then gives 45 per segment, which is then 90, which is about half that'll be facing the sun at any one time, which is about half what we were saying before. So we would probably need 60 solar panel machines to support it, which is a bit more sensible, I think. Okay, and then if we copy and paste this whole thing, hopefully that's right, and then pop it in again. Well, actually what I could do, I could have it alternate. So it'd be above, below, above, below. And then we do the same with the rockets. That might be interesting. So it'd be here. And then here. They get a bit nuts, the things. I think people have whole world blueprints, don't they? There we go. So this here needs to go. I might just leave that there so that I know, because we'll do the same sort of thing for the rockets, but the rockets are feeding, I think. Right, so it's saying we need 134 rail ejectors. Just a few then, just a few. How many have we got? We got 100 maybe? No, we haven't. How many are we short now? Still 100, so we need to order in more. Cool. Right, let's fly around. Put in what we can. This is where I discover power's completely broken if I do this, but and we need belts to feed everything in. If we're delivering, that's a question. We need 24, wasn't it? Oh, we've got 24. No, it was 48, wasn't it? Well, 24 on a side. Is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So if we imagine it as 25, and it launches 20 a minute. So it's a third of one per second here. So a single belt can feed it all, I think. I think that's all the ones we can put down for the moment. But yeah, let's have a look at iron belts. So don't. Oh, okay. It will put. Let me put one in here. Okay. So can I do something funky? Just say this isn't one where it feeds it now. You have to do it as a grab. I'm just wondering if I do something, let's say, a little bit funky, and we sort of say, so if this is the solar sails, and we have, say, and we don't need this level of output, as it were. But we could sort of have two lines going kind of around like this. I mean, I could do it with one, couldn't I? But I don't know. Just feels like something a bit more interesting. So I'm doing it like this. Does proliferation do anything with these? No, it doesn't, does it? Okay. And then this can grab from here, that from there, and then just for symmetry, do both. Did I put them? I don't know if they're the right way around or not. I will soon find out when they stop firing. Okay, so up and round, up and round, up and round, up and round. Oh, we've done this first stress one. I didn't think we'd actually get through that. They're very expensive then. Have I been? No, I haven't been consistent, have I? Oh dear. Where? It needs to go. Okay. So it's down like that. Okay. Oops. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, that looks quite cool. And then we have these here. Why have you moved that? No, it's done it again. It's like a lag thing. It's all very strange when it does that. So, I guess we could put some orbits in. Have they added? So I never know where the planets are. Can we work it out? Is there a way? So this has an orbital radius of 10.8 kilometers. Okay. So an orbital radius of 10.8 kilometers. So my planet here has an orbital radius of 0.391 AU. That's the problem, because it's using astronomical units and kilometers. So what is 1 astronomical unit. Astronomical unit, kilometers. So 1 AU is... Oh, don't do it in blooming scientific notation. Although it's not an AU, is it? It's an AU based on your game. So 1 AU would be the orbital distance for whatever my home planet is, I think, which is scaled to the game. So it's not a... So no, I don't think I can work it out. It doesn't matter, I can change it, but it would be nice to use consistent units game, please. If you're going to talk about AUs, then give everything in AUs. Oh, you can do solar cell colours. I wonder when that came in. It's obviously got to be some form of purple. For our first one. So, why don't we make that at a nice round 10 kilometers? Oh, no. Except you've not taken them. Why have you not? No? Okay. Enabled. Cool. So it's on the, I believe that's on the plane of the ecliptic, so it's, you know, flat to the planets. Or this planet at least. Okay. And then our second one. Why is it not shown on there? I don't want a bit. Oh, it's not done it. Okay. So the second one. Why is it showing that as the same? Oh no, it's not even showing it, is it? So if we do a next one, do we do it inside or outside? Oops. Guess it didn't like me zeroing that out. No, don't do that. I guess I could manually just tweak it. No? You're not going to let me manually tweak it? No? Oh, it's just random. It's going through random things, isn't it? Why won't it let me type it in? Because our first one was at 10, wasn't it? So we do a next one at 12. With an inclination of, say... Do we want it at 45 degrees? I'd quite like to do the classic sort of orbital, you know, like atomic symbol. Longitude of AN. I'm not sure what that's doing. So what does that, if I put that on 100? What does 0 do? Oh, it means it's like a rotational thing. If I create that, can I tell? So that's at that angle. And that's at that angle. Well, they've both got longitude of AN of 0, so... Okay, but we'll make this one... What's a nice complementary colour? So I'll make that one blue, I think. Okay. And then third orbit would be at... I put 12, didn't I? So 14. And then inclination of... Oh, too close to planet orbit. Okay, so there's a way you can tell. Okay, so maybe this one's inside. So if this is 8,000 kilometers, and then that's 120 and 0. And then We'll make that a nice sort of pinky colour. So we got one there, and one there. Cool. Dyson shell layers. Do I want that outside or inside? I guess I want it inside. I don't know if you make it closer. Oh, it's at the same radius as our first set of things. Oh, well, oh, that has to be at 10,000, does it? Huh. Okay. Ooh, decoration. Oh. And colour in, but there's nothing to colour in, so... So that one has to be at 10. That's a little bit annoying. So that was 10, 12. So that one's outside and that one's inside. And then that one's at. I guess it's okay with that. I mean, it's not complaining that the two are overlapping. So anyway, they're ready to go. And then what I want to do here is make sure... Oh, I didn't put the inserters on, did I? Make sure... Power doesn't cover. I hadn't spotted that. Let's see if we can get a better place for that. On. Now can we move this in? Because I can always use the orbital watchmanes instead. No, so let me put it there. Yeah, I might have to use some of these. How close can I put them? So they could go there. How much does that cover? So it covers quite a bit. So I could put one there, but I could also put one there. Or even there. No, that's too far away. There. Okay. So I did it. So I missed one out and then we put that on there. So we missed one out and we put one there. Missed one out and we put one there. Does it power you? I don't think it powers that, does it? It's ever slightly too short. Typical. Now, so we got a sort of zigzag pattern going on. That's quite cool. If I do a copy and paste all of that, turn it around, try that. You're complaining about them being in the way. We know that. Oh, it's not done the inserters. Do it again, maybe, with the belt actually there? No. Okay. Oh. Let's put them in. Oh, I could grab... I bet it's spawned by now. Yeah. So let's take, like, all of them. How many were we short? I think that should be enough. We shall see. Right, put the inserters in. In fact, let's grab them as well, because we ordered some more of those. Take them. Cool. Because we ended up with 23, was it? So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It looks like 24. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And it won't let me put an extra one here. No. That's annoying. But it means we've got 46 per sort of segment. If I get the old calculatrice out, 46 divided by 3 is 15.33333333. Nuts. So we can't have an exact number matched up, but I think we just need one out, aren't we? I think that's right. So we would do, say, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So orbit 3 doesn't quite get them all, but that's fine. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. No, that didn't work. 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Is it a foxtrot that's a 3 beat? I can't remember. I wonder if we call this system foxtrot. Right. So unfortunately, I don't quite reach. That's annoying. Right. Can I get this to duplicate across these other ones? I don't mind deleting them. But it'd be nice to just plop it on top. Yeah, it's got the inserters as well. I don't know if it takes the, you know, the orbital settings. I assume it does. Yep. Inserters ahoy. Awesome. And what about you? Yeah, cool. So it's saying 61 still. I don't know if that's just because we're like too far away. Let's go and fill it all in, see how we're doing. I'm sort of amazed it's not complaining about not having any power. I guess on passive mode they don't actually use much power, maybe? I don't know. Where the heck are they going? And I've got 53, so it seems to be a bit random about where they're placing things. It doesn't seem to be quite as ordered as I would usually expect. I guess it's because I've been putting blueprints on top of blueprints. Nearly there. Diddly 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 diddly. Oh, they're not hooked up, are they? Gotta do that bit. Okay. Gotta do that bit. In fact, let's do it as we're talking. So this needs to have demand for 1,000 solar sails, and then put those sails there, 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 there. Just occurred to me what we could do. Would that make sense? Is we could have the solar sail production on the other side rather than the rockets. The rockets could be a line like outside this, because the rockets don't matter in terms of their orbits. You know, there's no benefit having on the pole, on the equator or the pole, because they're just rockets. They'll just fly around wherever. They don't. Although you have to put fuel in them, they don't. You know, they don't run out of fuel. Has this not got a power? Oh, it has. Come on. There we go. Connect that up. Connect that up. That one. Have I run out of them? No, I've got 28 left, okay. Right. Oh, that one's not got a recipe. What should it be? It should be 3, I guess, if it's in the middle. I wonder if that's applied to all of them. So, this has got demand for 1,000. The things in. Yeah, it's missed it off of all of them. Okay. And this has got a demand for nothing. 1,000. With the bots in. I think this is because I rotated it, isn't it? So get right there. Get the inside. That. That. Okey-dokey. You obviously all got your recipe set. You're the missed one. That's okay. 1,000. I think we're done. They're all waiting. Oh, that's still on 5,000. Demand 1,000. Is this missing a recipe here? No. Awesome. Awesome. So, as I say, there's two options. Because I could use this for the rockets as well. So if we were bringing in the rockets here, might just put that on like 250 because I can't put it on 250 because it won't let me put 250, but 200 say. And they were kind of coming out of this side like this. We can have the rockets here, and I think the rockets are pass-through. Have I got any? Yes, I've got loads. But these are enormous, you see. Enormous. Too close to EM rail ejector. Okay. How can that one not be too close, and then that one is too close? Okay. I can squeeze them across. Glide with object. Which object? Is it... Oh, out of build range. Okay. So if we were to put these here... Like I say, I can't remember whether these are grabby or not, but we will soon
You have built a vertical
find out.
launching silo. Now you can use it to construct the main structure of the Dyson Sphere. But before that, you need to enter the Dyson Sphere panel to finish planning the Dyson Sphere nodes and frames.
I've done that.
After the plan is completed, the vertical launching silo will automatically launch small carrier rockets loaded with Dyson Sphere components to build the nodes and frames. Each rocket provides one structure point, and you can use the vertical launching silo panel to master the required structured points.
Yeah, that as well. Why won't you let me... Did it just mean collide with the patch? Because you can weirdly you can overlap the legs on these. It's a bit strange. I don't quite get why that's allowed, but it is allowed. So they're all nicely aligned up with the middle thing, but now that means that doesn't have power. How many is that? That's 1, 2, 6, 7. So that powers those 3. That's only powers 2. Now, are these pass through? No, they aren't. Okay. In fact, they're not even belt inserters. Okay. Huh. Isn't that an inserty one then? Oh, I need a belt there. Oh, right, it's an inserty one. Huh, I thought they were a pass-through style. Yeah, it's weird how it sort of lets you overlap the legs. I guess it's because they realised they'd made the model so big. And it's because that cube is the actual hitbox, basically, for the other one. So you can see that it goes outside of its own hitbox. Now, could I? Because you can rotate them, which would avoid that clash. And we could also then maybe have like 3 aligned with this. And then we could I was going to say we could do it on the other side, but we can't, can we? Am I going to move the whole thing up? Because it would be quite nice having, you know, that sort of repeating pattern. That would then give me, I think it'd give me 10, would it? 3, 6, 9, well, 11 maybe, depending on how happy it is for me, because it could be 12. I have a feeling I'm about to rip all this up and redo it. Tricky part with that though, because that belt won't, yeah, it won't pass through the leg. Oh, it'll pass up there though. Where could I get a splitter in? Could I use a splitter? It won't let me put one in that close. Okay, so I could get a splitter in there. How does that help me? What about in here? Oh, it will. Okay. Could do this more like a manifold style, maybe? I seem to have suddenly gone into aesthetic mode. Like in you know, the Factorio aesthetic series. Don't know why. And then this inserts in here. That inserts in there. And that inserts in there. These all need assigning to... Oh no, you don't have to do that, do you? Because it would just fill it in where it needs to fill it in. Because you'd actually tell them, please fill in this segment. And in fact, I haven't. In fact, that's what I need to do. Am I going with something weird and... well, just random, or am I trying to do one of them style? I never quite figured out. I don't know if you meant to do all of the researches before even big, but if you do one of these styles, you can't actually build it because, you know, you've got to wait for your whole thing to be able to complete. I don't know. Let's just sort of put some nodes in so that it's stop rotating. How do I do that? I can't remember how to turn that off. Oh, it is. There you go. Turn the world off. Let's just turn the world off. I don't know. Let's do something like that. And then am I doing to the middle as well, maybe? No, let's see if we can get away with that. Now, can't I use copy and paste now? Didn't they introduce that? Inspect. I don't... oh. Oh, it's the entire layer. Okay. Right, we'll just pop these in then for now. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Oops. I always found this confusing because you can see through it, so it's like distracting having the lines on the other side. There we go. Now how do I colour these in? Well, you also have to assign them, don't you? Oops. No, it's not. Yes, it is that bit. So if we're going with that pattern, go with those maybe? Cool, so there's something there for it to do. Now, as I say, how do I colour things in? So let's go with a nice purple. Darken that maybe. Yeah, that'll do. I'm more interested to see what is this just a in the editor thing rather than or am I going to get a purple Dyson Sphere? Because a purple Dyson Sphere would be pretty cool. Right. Yeah. Okay, so they've got.
You have finished a Dyson shell planning.
I have.
Once nodes and frames are done construction, the Dyson shell will put solar sails to use automatically. Each solar sails provide one cell point, and you can click the shell to view the total number of cell points required.
Yeah, that as well. So, if I'm kind of using that as my reference point. Oh. Okay. Back in. Do these benefit from... No. I wondered if they benefit from proliferation, but I guess not. Right, so... we then copy that whole... Oh, that whole thing. What happened there? What do we use now? Oh no. Well, I can just rotate the belts, can't I? But it's not going to work, is it? Because that's going to be too close to the solar panels. Let's do... Copy that up for now. And see if it fits, because I don't think it will. Oh, it will. Okay. Huh. I guess it's because it's the very edge of the leg. Flip these round. So flip that one round. I say I have a feeling I'm going to come back to this and implement that. Move it up just enough to be able to fit one along the bottom as well. In fact, we don't need that, do we? So in other words, we'll have this part along here, basically. Right, so are you going to let me copy and paste all of this? Would it go there? Hopefully that's right. Yeah, so it would be nice to be able to plop it in here, but it's definitely not going to let me do that, is it? No, you see, so... Oops. Where was that extra one? Up here. Okay. Let's be nice and careful with this. Don't want to delete everything else. Okay. We are missing loads about. Did I have it bring me more belt? I did. Them. More in. Okay. How are we doing? Right. We're getting there. We're getting there. I said this was about science, this stream, but I'm not quite done that, have I? I mean, I am, because obviously these will let you build, you know, the power you need to. Well, these provide you with the power you need in order to do your black. What's he call them? The antimatter things, basically. And that's the next phase of science. Cool. And then go over here. Set that. Ah, looks like we need more splitters. So I can put them back. And we've got inserters. Yeah, we've got inserters. Okay. So splitters. There we go. Do more them in. Put your bots in. Drop your percentage. Cool. Still saying more belt, but I think that's just because we've not been there yet. Where are they? They're there. I don't. You just, yeah, you put the rockets in, but you have to, because you have to put those sphere components in. Oh, they're just part of the build. Okay. Yeah, okay. I can't remember how you did it now. Couldn't remember how you did it. Yep, we're out of splitters. Really? Oh, got this to do as well. Right, set you up. Wash. And as well. Oh, they're both on supply. Are all of them on supply? No. No. No, just this one. Okay. We are getting there. We are getting there. Let's set up. Do I have some... I've got too many energy exchanges. But I come to the wrong end. Let's set up some Raymond receivers. Or at least get some Raymond receivers ordered. Because I've got them, I could put them back. So all the planets are set up. We could just have a quick cheeky look and see. Yeah, so it's brought a load of landfill, so let's grab 1,988 as well. So 2,000. And what else? It's ordering in proliferation, that's good. Put them back. Right. About, okay. Which was the... So that's the splitters. So if we are ordering ray receivers... then we're ready to go there. In fact, we're going to need loads of them, aren't we? Because we need to power or have them on available on all of our planets, I think. So maybe if I do set that to 200. Okay. Let's think about production. Oh, crikey, it's R5. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1.5. So that would make it. No, let's put it in place. Yes. There we go. So if this was making, I think this might need to be an interplanetary then. If I'm trying to make both. But if we were trying to make solar cells and solar then that's too much basically. So maybe we have solar cells made on, in fact it should probably be interplanetary, shouldn't it? But so that would be those and those, but also some proliferation juice. And then the rockets are too many ingredients, I think. Because the rockets require those. But then do I just make them... Oh no, they require solar panels, so we need to order them in as... Oh, we need to add them into production, don't we? Into the production numbers, okay. But yeah, it's 4 ingredients. So these I think need to be interstellars. Make both of these. maybe if I put it there and it's a bit more sort of in parallel. Yeah. So this would need to be your rockets, your components, your Tyrion, your super chip quantum things, and your proliferation juice. Blimey. The promise it, there's promises science. I you know, I do promise it, but so we need to focus on the. I was lining it up with the middle. Need to focus on being able to make these, because they always take up an enormous amount of real estate, which I always forget about. So you're going to make solar sails, and you're going to make them from graphene and photon combinators. So this is what I'm talking about. So basically what we need on another planet is photon combinators being made, and graphene. So we will not make those locally. We will make them somewhere else and ship them in. Dyson Sphere components I think we'll make locally, but quantum chips we definitely will make remotely. So quantum chips. Deuteron fuel rods. I think we pull them in. Yeah, I think they're a remote make. So them. The question is whether it's already got quite a few of those in the system, so we can actually start making this Dyson Sphere. Let's just put this on. If I have got them, they'll be quite low numbers, so we'll just pop them on 1,000, which I think is a rocket load. I can't remember now, but we will see. So it's not got them or them or them. It will have these. There you go. Oh, we've already done stress system 2. Okay. So they're the only ones, because they're available in the home system too. But I think I'm making all of them on our home planet, so they're not available for shipping out. In fact, I think pretty sure I am. So I couldn't sneak in a little production of rockets or what have you just yet. But that's fine. Oops. And then this would be the juice. Cool. Now, numbers. I think I said. So I think it's more. Well, we need 48, which is more than what we need. But if we say 50, 100, 150, 200. But then we also need them for the components, but they're quite slow. Does this tell me the launch rate? 5 a minute. Okay. That's quite speedy. Considering these are 20 minute. So it can literally thump them out, can't it? Because the animation is quite slow. Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 30. So each one of these is 60 a minute, which is 1 a second. So that's 1, 2, 3. I would need to produce 4 rockets a second. 4 rockets a second. 4 rockets a second. Okay. So, if I set things up in my usual way. So if you were getting stuff in, you're being asked to make a rocket. I mean, we're going to do this 4 times, so we actually need it to do 1 a second for each build. So that's... To make 1 a second, we would therefore need 6 in theory. I mean, we're going to get more out of the proliferation, but we'll just sort of ignore that for the purposes of this. So it's 3, isn't it? So if you've got 3 ingredients, what's the ratios on them? 2-4-2. But, you know, for making 1 a second, we only need 4 deuterium a second. So blue belt, you know, even with inserter speeds and all that sort of stuff, is fine. Do I bring them all out the middle? I don't know, you see, I'm tempted to make the frame materials here, but I think a single concentrated build is probably more sensible for them. I mean, this isn't sensible either way, but that's fine. And then we want to offset that. And then we have the output going in the other way. And we need to proliferate. Oh, have I got any? Oh, I have. Didn't think I'd brought any. So we need to proliferate them. The juice coming out. So. And then output. Oop. Input. Input. Oh, okay. And that. And that. Now. I'm tempted to just go with them wherever, you know, as like how this planet works. I know they have a power draw in and of themselves, but I do quite like them. Okay, so how I set that on 200, didn't I? So if I put this on 400 and then what would that then need to be? It would need to be so it's 4 times the recipe would be 800. Yeah, it's 800, 1600 and 800. Okay. 800. No, 800. I like to do the ratios because then if you ever stop making these, you know, deliberately, you want to move the machine, you can get it to produce basically a round number if you just set them all to you know, turn off the demand sort of thing. So I have the juice coming in as well. In fact, probably should have done that first. Then I can pick up the whatchamacallit stuff. The ones that come through that don't get proliferated. I can just grab them. They're probably proliferated anyway because of I think they're getting proliferated at home as well. Why have you not got 4? 3. Must have been holding one Okay, that's better. So yeah, I can basically use them. I don't get any particular benefit out of them. But being proliferated, that's fine. It's just carbon. Who cares about carbon? Eh? Bosh. Okay, so we got our thing there. The rockets. Now let's do one for solar sails. Now they're simpler. So I needed, for each rocket, because we said, so this needs to produce 50 solar sails to feed the actual launchers. But if it's producing one of those a second, it would also need, so it needs 2 per second of the, what you call it, these things, and each one of those takes 3, and each they take 8 seconds to make. So if we had 8 machines, we would need 3 a second, but I need to make 2 a second of them, so we would need 6 a second. So we need 6 to feed the carrier rockets, and we don't quite, because we're going to proliferate them, but, or we have proliferated them, but so it was 6 a second for them. Now we worked out, well, we said 50. 50 machines, and they launch, so it's a third of that. What's that? That's 15. No, if we call it 20, so it would be 20 per second. We said 6 there, so we would need 26 a second, and they take 2 seconds each. So we need 52 things, except that, oh, and I've forgotten that. You get what, half again, don't you? So I don't actually need 6 there, it's only 4. But 52 machines, but we only need, as say, 2/3 of that. So that is, what's an easy rounding of that? So 18. I think we need 18 of these. It'll all come out in the wash. If we needed 18, then every 4 seconds, so 18. I think we're okay with, I'll just give them 2 lanes each anyway. Let's just do it that way. So this will be the stuff coming back, and then this is like, wait, are they ratioed at all? No, exactly 1 to 1. So this will be, say, the photon combinators. That's photon combinators. And then this will be graphene. Excuse me. Graphene around the back. That. I don't actually think I need to do that, but just to be on the safe side. So that's the output, input. Input, and this one doesn't need offsetting. Oh, I put the belt too close. Like that. So, oops. So that should be okay, and then it would be 9 per side. So 2, 4, that's only 7, isn't it? So we just chuck it up there. Oops, come on, there we go. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like that. Now, will these power them? So if we put... Did I put it on the inside or the outside of here? Outside, okay. Let's get the proliferation on first then. Ooh, now did I put it there, didn't I think? I don't want it on the middle one though. Do want it on there. There. And then juice out the middle. That through there. There. And then you there. Now did I must have put it right next to it. No. There. What? And then does that cover them all if I do it there? It does. That might be quite cool though. Okay. And then drop it off. I'm sure the maths is wrong. I'll have messed that up completely. But, let's say we can just add in machines or take them away or whatever. So I set that to 1,000, didn't I? Yeah. And then that was double what it was on. So this I should set to 2,000. And then they're 1 to 1. No, it's half to 1, isn't it? So that should just be 1,000. It should be 1,000. It wants drones. It wants proliferation. This wants to be storage, demand, storage, demand. Oh, we have got. Okay. Not that though. Huh. Kind of amazed by that. Did it get all of... Oh, it doesn't matter. If it does one that's not proliferated, that's fine. Yeah, I'm kind of amazed that we've got graphene in the system. There you go. It's come all the way from home. All the way from home. Right, so what we can then do is just copy this whole kit and caboodle to here. If I got that lined up properly. Doesn't feel like I got that lined up properly. I didn't. Shoot. What did I do wrong there? Because I've got the two turbines. Did I not put them on properly? Because those two turbines... Oh, I guess it's rotational, isn't it? Why would that make any difference? It wouldn't, would it? Yeah, it's right, but it's wrong over here. Because... Yeah, because it is... Yeah. Rotated. I think. 3D geography. Yeah, okay, so that one's wrong, but where is that one? here. You see, you built that, and then you shouldn't have built that. See, too keen and eager, bots. Too keen and eager. Oops. Okay. Right, so. Other way around. Yep, I think that's all symmetrical and etc. We're nearly done, and I've not done a single bit of science. Editorial promise broken. Right, see if we can fill all this in before I need to stop. Oh yeah, we're nearly using up all the juice, but then these are charging, so juice all the power. What I'm thinking here then, you see, is that we use this central space to make whatever these were called, frame doobry, what's its thingy? Whatchamacallit? You know the technical term. I haven't put the bots in, have I? Because I always forget to tick that little box. So, can I do it from here? So you've got bots. You've got bots. You have not. You have you. Where are we? We're here. You have now. Let's do you. Some more, just grab them from there for the time being. It should be on order. Yep. How many is that? 314. Oh wow, how big do they stack then? Good lord. Good lord in heaven above. Crikey. Anyway, let's order some more in. Okay. How are we doing? Have you got bots? No, you've got bots. Have I built them all? Bots. 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 Looks like we're all good. Yeah, so we would then make. Where's the one where we've already got a. What should we call it? Yeah, planetary logistics. It's in the wrong place because I've. No, I've gone the wrong way, haven't I? Yeah, gone completely the wrong way. I was probably stood next to it. Here it is. So, we then use this one, which is to say this one to make these guys. And we might, I mean, we need to make them. We need the frame material. This would need to be an interplanetary then, wouldn't it? If it's that many ingredients. Also, it's going to look better if it's a bit more symmetrical than I'd had it, or similar. Yeah. So if it's making those, it needs frame materials and solar. Whatever they call solar panels. And CPUs. Now CPU, obviously the solar panels are local, but CPUs we want to order in. Again, have I got any? Oh, I have. Blimey. So where has it got them from if that's now completely empty? Is that like absolutely all the graphene we've got? That seems a bit weird if that's the case. But yeah, so those there, and that's obviously a local one coming in from our other build. The question is whether we make those remotely or here. I'm thinking remotely at the moment. Because they're not needed. Oops, they're not needed in a science, are they? No, CPUs are. So does it make more sense to make frame materials here, since the only thing they're being used in is those ones, whereas these are, you know, all sorts of science. And that would be the rods, rather tubes, alloy and silicon. Would be completely different ingredients, wouldn't it? How many are we going to need? Because we only need them for these, I think. We don't actually... Yeah, because they're part of that. Not part of that. So all we would need is the number of those that we need. And I've completely forgotten what the number was that I said for these. I think I was making one of those a second, wasn't I? So we would need 2 of these a second. And they take 8 seconds to make. So we'd need 8 machines doing it. 2 seconds. So we'd need 60 machines. Except we wouldn't. But 16 times 3. 16 times 3 is 6, 12, 18, 48. So basically 50. So we'd need 50 frame materials. And frame materials take... We need 50 a second. And they take 6 seconds each. I think I completely messed that maths up because that sounds bonkers. 6 seconds each. We need 50. So we need 300? Okay. I think that's across all 4 builds. No, it isn't. It's what each one, isn't it? But we don't need 300. We need 200 because of maths. I mean, that helps loads, doesn't it? I've messed that up, haven't I? I think I might use one of the calculators. It's starting to... My incompetence with it is starting to compound. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's 15. So we'd need... So that's 30. That's 60. 90. 120. 150. 180. 210. Yeah, I've messed that maths up completely, haven't I? Okay. Yes, so we'll pick this up next time, basically. Let's pause that, and then pop it on the old schedule. I don't see any reason. I don't think I'm doing anything next weekend. I haven't got any plans as such, so... and I'm not aware of like secret Eurovision type things. It wasn't secret. I just completely missed that it was this weekend. So it should be the normal schedule, which means Bob's Mods on up there. Bob's Mods on Saturday, and I am hoping that work will calm down a bit, and I'll be able to like not work 50-hour weeks, and I'll be able to recover some of that time that I have worked, because that's meant to be how it's supposed to work in our department. But I would therefore get actual time to play games. So I'm hoping with Bob's I'll just keep playing, basically, because I'm sort of aware that I'm, basically I'm at a stage where I'm making the next level version of exactly the same thing. So like a level 4, 8 assembler, a level 9 assembler, a level 10 assembler, and it's not actually necessarily all that interesting. And I don't know that I'm ever going to use them, is the sort of thing I'm a bit worried about, in that I'm actually really close to launching a rocket. I mean, I'm not. There's quite a lot of science to build, but in terms of technologies, I've only got like 5 sciences and I can launch a rocket and then it's technically done in terms of, how it normally judges the game. So I need to decide whether I'm going to build all these, level 4, oil refineries and all that sort of stuff, or if I'm just going to do a rocket launch and we'll call it done. Because there are big things to do as well. There's like oil processing is just not really happening, and there is an entire system I've not touched. There's the science, the alien science, for the military, for the weird military stuff. But basically, level 1, my base is still surrounded by level 1 turrets, gun turrets with AP ammo. And it's plasma that's keeping them at bay, and level 1 plasma is just really effective at killing everything. So I could go up to level 2, but it gives you up to level 5, I think, and it's like, I don't know, it just seems a bit pointless going that high. But I don't know, maybe there's an extra level of biter that's requires level 10 AP ammo and stuff, or uranium ammo or whatever. But yeah, so we should get really close to finishing Bob's in the next few streams. Certainly, I hope by mid-June. And then Dyson Sphere Program will be back again next week. Again, if I get time, I will play this. What I'll do is I'll set up those basic resources. So, like, as I say, I've decided I'm bringing graphene, so I'll go to the other, the organic planet, and set up a big graphene production. Or, I need to set up the oil, and then that's how I'm doing it, isn't it? So I need, on the ice planet, I'll set up a load of graphene production and, all that sort of basic material. As I need them on the science planet, I will add them to the other planets. And then we'll start rocking away, because I'm quite keen to set this power stuff up, because we need the black science, the black photons to do the final science. I am wibbling on and I'm starving, so I need to end. But yes, it basically just say I'll be back next weekend with a regular schedule. Both series we're getting quite close to finishing. So aesthetic and blueprint series for Factorio may well return very soon. I am aware that even though this is meant to be me playing Factorio, people generally only actually watch the Dyson Sphere Program playthroughs. I think it's because I'm one of the few people that streams Dyson Sphere Program in English. So I want to keep it going, but unless I get my new machine, I don't think I can go big. Anyway, that's all waffling on. The other thing I'd like to promote is my YouTube. All of my VODs, so this playthrough, Bob's, and the Aesthetic series, Blueprint series, my No Spoon run, Satisfactory. I wonder if I might try that after update 8, because it looks like Logic is coming to Satisfactory, and that would be something I would quite like to play with. But anyway, yes, so they're all available on my YouTube channel as VODs. So yes, if you have been watching, I hope you've enjoyed it and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismegistus. This has been Dyson Sphere Program. Thanks for watching. Cheers.